Hello, DarthVegan here, back with another episode of Derail Valley. We are here in the harbor, and it's going to be a little bit of a rainy day today, but not too bad, not till this evening. But I don't even know if I'm going to get my order put together until today, because we got quite a bit to shunt onto our DE6, and then we'll haul this large train to some various locations. Now I'm thinking we're not going to go to the sawmill, although that's not a bad paying little job there. I'm thinking we will go to the farm. Got several jobs going to the farm. They're all pretty good paying jobs. How much tonnage is that? 700, 900, 1100. Okay, what else do we have here? Going to the farm, going to food factory. Oh my gosh, that's not bad either. That's not as much as going to the farm though. And then what we got here is City West. Ooh. So I could go to the farm and then City West and Coal Mine East. No. Okay. If I'm going to the farm, perhaps I could stop by Forest South, or I could go through goods factory in town and then the steel mill. Oh, now we're talking. So let's go steel mill and then goods factory in town. Nice. This will be a nice heavy train. He's going to D5I and D5I. Perfect. So if I grab all of this stuff, this will be a nice large train. What did I say? 1100 plus another 400, so that's 1600, and then another 300. That's 1900 tons. Nice, very nice. Oh, did I? Yeah, 1900. Yeah, it'll say 2000 tons almost. So pretty good little haul. And it should be some pretty good money, but we got to get all this shunted. And the first thing I want onto the train will be the last thing I deliver, which will be this guy right here. So I'm going to go ahead and pop him in first. Then we'll grab the farm trains. Then we'll grab the steel mill, then the goods factory and town. So I got so many jobs, I don't even know what to do with them all. The first thing we're going to do is grab this logistical haul, empty cars that are going to City West, because that's going to be on the front of my train. And that is going to be at C1S. Alright, C1S. Let's see. That's going to be this guy right over there. Ah! This is going to be a little bit tricky because... First, let's close this door so I can see here. Because my train's in the front. And... this guy up. These things need to be. Oh, so I'm going to have to pull forward and then back it into my trains. I've got the engines sitting near the entrance of the harbor, waiting on their load. Engines turned off, of course. Oh, hello. Get a little physics jerk. Yep. Yeah, get a little, when the two bodies get close together, the physics get a little wonky sometimes. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go back out forward just the way I came. And we'll back it into the engines. There you go. Head on out, Johnny. Now what is this a load of? It's just empty cars. Why are these empty cars going to City West? Maybe to pick up some metal scrap, perhaps, or something? I don't know. Maybe wood scrap. Alright. We have backed out of the sea yard now. And it is time for us to go hook this train up. I didn't mean to jump off. Alright. The DH4 is a very, very capable shunter. We won't use it for the haul, I don't think. We will have the wireless unit turned on. So we will be able to use it in the haul if we need to, but I don't think we'll need to. If we take a look at the DE6, the stats for the DE6. Can haul 1,200 tons, and I have 2 of the DE6s connected, so that'd be 2,400 tons, and I have the slug there for additional traction, so I think we'll be fine. Alright, we are coming up on our DE6s here. Just getting the old slow down just a little. Want to come barreling into our new trains here. I did look and see if there's any military jobs. I don't recall. If there's one going to the machine factory, you might tack in onto the back. Might be interesting to have. Might check that before we get to... Oops, that was a little harder than I wanted. There we go. Let's just go check the military base, see if there's anything I might want to connect. There's no way I'm going to get that. There's no way I'll be able to get it on the back. I should have brought it out already if I was going to do it. Because it's, yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to get it on there. Unless I pulled the whole train up. I could pull this back forward and, nah, that's fine. Let's go with what we got. I got a plan. Let's not deviate. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to grab will be this ammonium nitrate at E70. So, E70. Let's see. E70. I'm going to go right and left through here, and then I'll back into E70. What else do I have? Do I have anything else in E70? G1S. G7S. G2S. Huh? I'll get all those in one load too. Alright. Alright, we'll be able to just rock it up to the E yard here. Alright, so if I look at the farm drop-off, We've got some that are going to A2S and B, and then a couple in the B yard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this ammonium nitrate here is on first at B2I, and then we'll grab the one for B1S next, and then we'll grab the two for the A2S yard and have them on. We'll drop them off first, and then we'll go to the B yard in the farm. So I luckily put those in a in my toolbar in a way that is conducive to a good drop off, but it was only through luck. I didn't plan it, only through luck. I'm getting a little bit concerned about room, because we're about to block off the C yard here, and if I need to turn something around, it's going to be blocked. So I might want to double check my last 3 orders and make sure they're not somewhere like in the C yard for one thing. Now we can still back it in, but we're about to be in a position where everything's going to be blocked off. So start. Keeping that in mind here. Talked a little bit too long there. Let's throw all brake on. There we go. You don't want to bump this ammonium nitrate. It is explosive. It is explosive. Don't want to blow the harbor up. Alright. Now, the G yard, but first, let's take a look at these jobs. Where are they at? E3, okay, that's fine. He's at E11, that's fine also. And he's at D30. So I might need to take... Yeah, I'm going to have to get this one out of the D yard first and hook it up with the one at the E yard, because otherwise I'm not going to have room. He's at E11. Okay. So I need to go to D30 and take it to E11. D30 to E11. Otherwise, I'm gonna block off my D yard here. And I don't want that. In fact, I might have to take that long train out of the G yard through the E yard, so I don't have a kerfluffle. All right. So let's go ahead and get set up to go to the D yard then. Just, oops. Hop on the front here. And we'll set this point. Go to the D yard. We'll take this out of the D yard and go into... And I hope I'm going to have enough room into the E yard. I might have to take it out through the G as well, depending how long it is. How long is it? D30. It's 162. There you go. Slow down, John. Okay. D30. Here it is. I'm gonna have to go to the left. I don't even go left here. And then right there. Yep. The brakes. Slow down a little bit. Actually, you know what? I've changed my mind. The engine's in the front, and we don't want that. We need to go on the other side of this and push it. Actually, hold on. Let me just think. If we pull this out, do we have room before the ammonium nitrate to pull this out? I think we do. We'll try it. If not, we'll have to figure something else out. I was thinking at first that we would need to back this into E11, but I think we'll go through it. Alright, here we are. Oops. A little too aggressive on the brake. I've got a little spider friend on my microphone. Why are so many spiders attracted to my microphone? I don't know. They're always hanging around. Oh, great. It's down there. Alright, hopefully we have enough room to maneuver this. If not, we'll have to go make a roundabout route. I think we will. This is going to E11. Right. That's where that's at. E30. And it needs to go to E11 to hook up with that other goods in factory. It'll be the last on the load, but it needs to be first onto this little pellet. Just need to get it out of this D yard before we block the entrance to the D yard with our other trains. Because everything else is coming out of the G and the E yards. So it's going to be, the train is going to be expanding past the curved entrance of this D yard. And so that's why we're doing this. And I hope I have enough room to maneuver so that I can get into the E yard. It's gonna be cutting it close. Gonna be cutting it close. You can see that this is the entrance to the D yard here, and it's almost cut off by all these trains here. So we've only got 2 loads on there so far. Nah, there's no way this is all gonna fit. The switch is way back there. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Alright. Well then, let's go ahead and hop off so we can see the entrance to the G yard here. We're gonna have to take this through the G yard. Alright, we are switching over to the E yard now. And there's a little bit of an incline coming out of the harbor on the east side as well. So we're getting a little help from the hill here. Not that we need it, but it's nice to have. Alright, so we're going to pop this into E11. We're going to have to back it in, unfortunately, because we're our engine in front though, so these guys all thrashed in there. Got enough room? Yeah, barely. Just barely. Alright. Turn this guy. Did you make the points? Yes, just barely. Everything's just barely in this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and get set up here. We are going to E11. Alright. We got her hooked up to our I'm gonna call this our goods factory load. We don't actually need it till the end. So let's go to the G yard now. And we're gonna grab this B1S needs to be on the end no matter what we do. This load here. 49 needs to be on the end so that it's up against the ammonia carts. Alright. Okay. So let's go ahead and hop in here and we will get moving. And go back into the G yard. We'll have to push everything out of the G yard into the E yard, unfortunately. Otherwise, we would block the E yard from having access to the train. And the E yard is a much better position to do shunting. So we'll pull everything out of the G yard. We'll pull it out and around, just like we did that guy there, and pop it all into the E yard that way. Talk about a gas guzzler. Look how much fuel I've used already just doing this shunting. Crazy. Guy's a hog. Alright, so I guess I'll grab G7S first. Then G2S. And then G1S. I'll just grab them all at once here. So G7S first. Be that far end. And then G2S, and then G1S. We'll take all of that to the E yard and then attach it to the train. Then we'll grab the load from the E yard onto the train, and then we can get going. Alright, we're coming out to get attached to G2S, then we'll grab G1S, and then we'll be on our way. Happy as a clam. Alright. Getting G2S hooked up here, maybe. Maybe. Waiting for these little physics hiccups here. Alright. Fantastic. And now we'll grab G1S here. And I think I need to put on some flags here. Alright, he's a little slower now. For sure. I'm going to go and put another flag on the other side because I don't know how we'll be unloading this. So let's just pop that on there as well. There we go. Definitely a little slower now. Got a little bit of a load on us. Not that much of a load though. Be just in time. We'll get this done just in time to go take a nap. And we'll start off bright and early the next day. There we go. Gentle as a lamb. Not gentle enough, apparently. You guys want to quit dancing, or... There we go. That's fine. It's awfully loud thump for 1 kilometer an hour. Alright. We got everything loaded. Let's go hook her up to the train. Okay, got this tooling. Oof, climb the ladder. And away we go. I mean, how you hear the horn, I'm so far away. Alright. We are now turning into the E-yard here. I'm just going to let ourselves ease to a stop here because we're almost at a stop anyway because of the hill that we're on. There we go. A little boost from that hill. In fact, we might just back this train all the way up and let it boost us up the exit. That's what I did last time when I had a really long train. I just let the hill kind of boost us. I mean, I need a boost with those 2 DE6s though. Just pull it out of here. Lock, stock, and barrel. We'll see how easily it can move the train. Now the first couple will probably get the time bonus because we're going to be going straight out of the harbor and town to the goods factory. But then maybe to the steel mill we'll get the time bonus, and maybe the farm. I doubt it. And then almost certainly won't get the time bonus for City West, but we're not gonna stress about it. You know, if we get the time bonus, great. If not, that's fine too. We're just out here having a good time. I have $300,000, so we'll see what I get at the end of this large load. I should get quite a bit. 30, 40, 50, 20. Another 20. Okay. Yeah. And what are these worth? 15. 5. And 32. Okay. Yeah, I should get a pretty good little chunk of change. Alright, start slowing this puppy down. Don't want to come barreling up into this ammonium nitrate, that's for sure. Have a little explosion on our hands. Now, we've got all of the farm loads loaded. And now we just need these little bits. This will be going to the steel mill, going from E30. Okay. E30, the man says. And the last one will be E11. In fact, I could just go E11 now. And then E30 and then attach. It might be more efficient to do it that way. And then attach, come back out, attach. Right now, let's just do that. Alright, we got E11 on the shunter. And we're going to take it up and pick up E30? Yeah, pick up E30. And we'll hook it up on the train and we'll be all set. Got a little bit of a, not a problem, but got 2 cryo-oxygens here. Going to be back to back, so it's going to be maybe a little bit tricky deciphering which one's which, because my flags are all on the other thing. Alright, we have the cryo-oxygen that's going to the steel mill. We're going to attach it to the train along with the goods factory load, and then we'll go take a nap and we'll set out. Alright, we are bringing up our last load here to the train. Get her all hooked up. It's taken us all afternoon to get all of this shunted, but I'm happy with how it all turned out. Got everything we needed. A nice long train, 1,280 meter train. So not the longest train in the world, but okay, well that could have been better. This last little shunt. I don't think it's enough to cause damage, but still, that's a little harder than I would have liked. Okay, we're good. I'm gonna go over here and turn off my DH4. He's just gonna coast with us, and then I guess we'll go take a nap, and then we'll get started. But that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed it. Just a little bit of a shunting episode. And then next episode we will haul this thing out of the harbor to all of the different locations. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.